Greetings, everyone. I am wanting to come in and talk about one of the things that I see in people that I work with and even in myself around the healing journey. And I wanted to have this conversation just to support people in making a decision or making a choice to begin their healing journey. The healing journey is not linear. The healing journey is not linear. I want to say that again. The healing journey is not linear. Many of us, from where we stand, we look at our healing, like our lives. Maybe we look backwards and we've had a lot of relationships, or we've had health challenges or family problems, and we think about healing and we feel like we're going to have to, go, like maybe if someone talks to you about like healing your father wound, you might feel like you have to go talk to your father and, and really hash it out. But that's not what healing really is, and that's not how the healing journey is. The healing journey is a spiral. And to be alive is to be in a healing journey, because we are living in a constant state of duality. So we are always in a constant state of life and death, which is always healing. It's what's happening. We are always in a constant state of becoming. You were 5 years old. Now you have to give up being 5 to be 6. You were a single woman, and now you have to give up being a single woman to be a married woman. All of that is an experience of transformation and healing. That is, it's a state of becoming. It's a revolutionary experience. But when you decide to go on your own healing journey, I was talking to someone the other night, and they were looking at themselves in their life, and they said out of their mouths, it's going to take so much. And in that moment, I realized, like, oh, fuck. Like, people think the healing journey is linear, and like they have to, like, in order to have the relationship you want, you have to become fully healed, and you realize like you're so fucked up that you're never going to get in a relationship. That's not how the healing journey works. That's not how the healing journey works. The healing journey is a spiral. It is an experience of becoming. And if you have, deep healing in the body, or healing in relationships, or healing in, your family, it's not an all or nothing. It's not a linear. You're not going to arrive anywhere. You're going to begin to engage in life in a process that allows every experience to become one that is healing. So hear me out. You're going to begin to engage with life from a perspective where everything becomes an opportunity to heal. Every experience becomes an opportunity for you to be with yourself. How do you feel? Why is this in your experience? And doing what needs to be done to collapse it or not, right? But then that's healed. And that experience or a similar experience might come back, not because you haven't healed it, but because it has more to offer you. Because there's more. Like, these experiences are not our own. These are also ancestral experiences. So whatever you're working to heal is something that maybe your ancestors didn't have the mindset, the tools, they didn't have anything, right? So, but now you get it, and you might really struggle with it. And it's because the baton was passed to you, and you have the information, the tools for what can be done with it now. So you will work with it, and you will work with it on your behalf and on behalf of everyone in your family. You know what I mean? And so it's an experience of life. It's So you could have come from a divorced experience, and then you meet someone and you recognize what you came from, and you make sure that you do the due diligence to make yourself prepared for long-term commitment. You make sure that you are your own individual self. You make sure that you're not going into a relationship with unrealistic perspective, but you having that new mindset is healing your mother and her mother, because they didn't have the tools, they didn't have the mindset, they didn't have what you have, right? So not only are you healing you, but you're healing everyone who has come who were not capable of making the choice that you're capable of making from the perspective that you are making it from. Like, maybe they made a similar choice, but it was from a perspective of, well, I need someone to take care of me, so I have to do whatever they say. So I don't have a voice, I don't have a mindset, right? Like, I just have to collapse into them, because that was the information, that was the world that they were in, and that was how they were bringing the DNA code forward to you. So this idea that we can't have what we want is not true. Just know that when you have what you want, that is going to be a part of the healing process. So if you want to be very wealthy and you think that you have to really learn to manage your money before you can be very wealthy or whatever, that might not be it. Maybe you need to learn how to build a business and be an entrepreneur. And in doing that, you will generate wealth. But the generations before you didn't have the capacity to do that. Like, healing is not linear, y'all. It's not flat. It's always happening. It's happening through your intention, through your desire, through your new perspective, through your question, through your curiosity. Healing is a living thing that is always alive in you. And when you decide to go on your healing journey, your ancestral healing journey, your trauma healing journey, the whole universe will conspire for every experience to be one that brings you closer to an experience of wholeness. Because that's what the healing is. It's bringing back fractured parts of yourself that got cut off through generational experience or life, and now you're going to come into wholeness, okay? And the wholeness is a spiral, because wholeness is a circle. It's not a square. It's not a line. It's a spiral. All right, y'all. I hope that's helpful. I just want to alleviate some of the chaos, because people are in a lot of stuff. Like, people are in fear, and then they're like, oh, but if I have to heal, it's going to take so much. It's not going to take so much. You're just going to begin to live your life, and you're going to begin to collapse realities that don't work for you. You're not going to be stuck in some experience that is against your will or not aligned with who you're becoming. It is all going to be working together. Like, it might not be comfortable, but you're going to know that it's going to be uncomfortable enough for you to heal, and comfortable enough for you to know, like, oh, I needed that shit to happen. That's exactly what I would have never done that. Like, that's how healing has been for me. I've always been like, oh, I would have never done that. But I'm so happy that occurred, because that's exactly the thing I needed. Shit. It's that. That's what the healing experience is. It's taking you off the beaten path. It is taking you off the beaten path of your own misfortunes, of your own darkness, your own limitations, and coming into new ways of being. It will be uncomfortable. It's going to be like, fuck, oh, I don't want to do that, I'm scared, because you've never done it before. That's why. But you will land on your feet. You will land on your feet. And when you don't land on your feet and you land on your face, you will be like, oh, I get why I landed on my face. Okay, cool. Yeah, touche. Like, it's that. So don't resist, or face your resistance. Face your resistance. Face your resistance. Be curious. Be courageous. Trust the process. Trust that whatever happens is going to be because you needed it to happen, and you will always feel that way. You will always feel it could be really, really, really hard, and you will be like, yeah, this is exactly what I needed. So that is what the healing journey is, to my experience to this point. Okay, bye-bye.